Hi guys, Fifa here. Wanted this 90 rated FUT captain's Samir Handanovic player review. So as you see on screen, this is the team I started him in. We've got Handanovic in goal, Walker, Varane, Cordoba and Hernandez in defence, Jones, Rice and Sanchez in midfield, with Insigne, Quagliarella and Bowen in attack. Handanovic is 6'4", is right-footed and has a 1-star skill moves and a 3-star weak foot. Looking at some of his stats, he's got 87 diving, 88 handling, 70 kicking, 91 reflexes, 51 speed, which is broken down to 49 acceleration and 54 sprint speed, and finally 96 positioning. I did only use him with basic, which gives a +5 boost to all of his stats apart from sprint speed. Moving on to his traits, he's got solid player, goalkeeper long throw and team player. So as we move into the in-game clips, I'll talk about what I did and didn't like about the card. So Handanovic is 6'4", which is on the taller side for a goalkeeper, and he definitely does use his height to his advantage when it comes to making diving saves. This year, Handanovic received quite a big downgrade in his diving stat compared to other FIFAs. Although through special cards it has received a boost to bring it close to the other stats on his card, it still remains one of the low rated stats. However, on the whole, I didn't have many issues with his diving at all, and I actually thought it was pretty good. He's capable of making both one and two-handed saves to give himself the best chance of being able to block the shot, and in combination with his height, Handanovic does have good coverage of the overall goal. The only times I would say that I noticed an error in his diving animations was occasionally against close-range shots. This was not a reflex issue as he did react to the shot in time, but the diving animation that Handanovic chose did not give him much chance of being able to save the shot, and it's similar to animations you'd see in low-rated goalkeepers. However, as I said, this was only very occasionally, and it's probably happened to me maybe twice in the 7 games I played with him, so it's not too bad really. Handanovic's reflexes were really great for me, and in fact he made some saves you'd expect from some of the higher reflex goalkeepers in the game. Some of the saves he managed to make inside the box are what I would consider game-winning saves. What was impressive for me was that he not only used his hands to stop the ball, but also where necessary he'd throw his body behind the shot to make the save. His handling was the most disappointing aspect of the card in my opinion. 88 as a stat is decent enough, and when it came to saving shots from outside the box, he did manage to catch most of them, which is good. However, when facing shots inside the box, Handanovic rarely gets diving animations that would allow him to catch the ball. This did cause me a few issues in terms of rebounds, as he did not always manage to push the ball away far enough to clear the danger. 51 speed, although very average at this stage in FIFA, is about fast enough not to cause any problems. I think his positioning helped with this a lot, as he was in a decent enough starting position to begin with, which puts him in the right place should Handanovic be able to rush out to collect the ball. Although Handanovic's kicking is only 70 rated, it was not quite as bad as I was expecting it to be. When kicking out of his hands, it might not have the power and accuracy as some other high-end goalkeeper cards, but it was still good enough to reach into your opponent's half and be within a close enough range to the player you are trying to target. The only time it was a problem for me was if I passed the ball back to my goalkeeper and wanted Handanovic to take a long kick downfield. From this type of situation, it really wasn't too good. He does have the goalkeeper long throw trait however, and throwing the ball out is something I do quite a lot with my goalkeeper, so this is a big positive for me. Finally, we have his positioning, which is the highest stat on the card at 96, and puts Handanovic as one of the best goalkeepers in this category, and I have to say as a whole, he has been one of the best goalkeepers I've used so far in FIFA 22 when it does come to positioning. In terms of standing at the correct angle when facing the oncoming attacker, he rarely makes positional mistakes. The only problem I did notice, however, was that sometimes he'd rush out on his own without me manually telling him to come out, and he didn't always reach the ball before the attacker. I didn't have any instructions on Handanovic that would make him do this, and he also doesn't have the rushes out of goal trait, so I'm not sure why he did this in some matches. So overall, I'm going to give 90 Handanovic an 8.9 out of 10. He was a really solid keeper for me with only a few issues here and there, and a good option if you want a keeper in the Serie A. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. And to request any future content, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to reply.